Hello, Tzaddikim. With Channukah coming upon us, right? Many of you guys who are not in Yeshiva anymore, many of you guys who have gone on to illustrious institutions all over the world, right? Sometimes we think and we look at all the different messages that we learned about from Channukah in previous years in Yeshiva, and sometimes we find that they're not really so relevant to us anymore, right? We don't find them so relevant, right? All of our Rebbeim, we usually talk about the concept of how the Yevanim tried to rip out the neshama from Klal Yisrael. They usually tried to diminish our light. They usually tried to make us feel less spiritual, less ruchni. And when we look at the world around us, we look at everything that's going on in the world, sometimes it seems like they won, right? Sometimes it seems like they won. And the question is, how can we take all of those different lessons, all of those different messages that we learned in Yeshiva beforehand, all those different ideas about Channukah that we were taught, that we thought were so beautiful at the time, that now seem so foreign and strange to us? How can we necessarily take them and do something different with this Channukah? One of the biggest questions when it comes to the Yom Tov of Channukah is the fact that Chazal, right? Channukah is a Yom Tov D'Rabbanan, which means the mitzvah of menorah is a mitzvah D'Rabbanan. And when Chazal came and they actually made this mitzvah, they did so in a way which is so weird, because Chazal literally instituted the mitzvah of Ner Chanukah as the Iker mitzvah really is to light one candle in every single house. And I don't think throughout anywhere in history has anybody ever understood or anybody even thought about even just lighting one candle, right? Every single Jew throughout all of history has lit from 1 to 8 over the nights of Chanukah, right? Go back to the Israel Museum, go to the Israel Museum here in Eretz Yisrael, and you'll find menorahs that are thousands of years old, all of them having candles from 1 to 8. That means that at no time in Klal Yisrael's history, no matter how poor we got, no matter how wealthy we were, Klal Yisrael was always lighting from 1 to 8. So why in the world would Chazal have instituted the mitzvah in that manner, in a way that nobody would create it? They could have literally, nobody would do it. They could have really just instituted the mitzvah of saying, okay, we should light from 1 to 8. And if b'di'evid, someone's stuck in the Himalayan mountains, their car broke down, whatever it is, something happened, something odd happened, they could literally just light one candle, and that would be enough. Why would Chazal have instituted the mitzvah in this way? This is an idea that came to me today. Perhaps Chazal were actually telling us the power of that one candle. Why? Because basically, when a person sees fire is one of the most terrifying things in this world. My family has unfortunately learned that in the hard way, right? Fire is a terrifying, terrifying thing. Fire can spread, fire can eat. Fire starts with one little spark. One little spark starts a fire, and that fire can consume everything around it and anything in its path. One spark has the ability to do that. Chazal instituted the mitzvah of Ner Chanukah because they understood that this battle with the Yevanim, this battle with the Greeks, would not be a battle that ends just with Chanukah. It would be a battle that we continuously fight throughout all the generations, throughout every time that we have been through. It is the continuation of that battle with Yavan, that battle with the Greek influence and the Western influence into our lives, that we continuously fight every single day. And sometimes we feel like we're losing that battle. Sometimes we feel like we've been pushed back so far, we've been influenced so much that we can't ever turn it around. Chazal taught us the way to win that war is to remember that as long as there's one candle burning, as long as there's that one little spark that's still going, that fire can spread. When firefighters have to put out a fire, they have to know that they have to literally get every single little last ember doused in that flame, because if they leave even that one little thing, that one little ember that's still glowing, it can restart the fire all over again. That mitzvah of Channukah, that mitzvah of that Ner issue base, or that mitzvah of that single candle, is to remind us no matter how far we find ourselves, no matter how distant we feel that we are, no matter how much we feel like we're losing this battle with the Yevanim, we're losing this battle, we've been influenced so much. If we can just tap into that one little spark, we can cause that flame to rage once again. And Mirz Hashem, this Channukah, we should all be able to do that. And we should be zocheh to see the true light that HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants us to shine in this world.